Team Fortress 2, the almost 11-year-old class-based shooter giant, a game that has truly stood the test of time and is still thriving today. While it may not be as big as it used to be in its prime, there is still a large number of dedicated players coming back to the Hat Simulator each and every day to get a few rounds in. So today, I wanted to talk about why people still play TF2. Once you've sat through the video and heard what I have to say about why people still play TF2, please leave a comment down below as about why you still play the game. I would love to hear if I've missed anything from this video and have a discussion with some of you in the comments as to why we still play this game and why we love it so much. As I mentioned in the intro to this video, TF2 is over 10 years old. That is a long time for a strictly online multiplayer game to continue to have players playing every single day to fill up the servers, but I can guarantee that on each of those servers there is at least one person who has invested at least 1,000 hours into this game, or somebody who has been playing for a year or longer than that. There are so many players playing right now who've been playing TF2 for years, some even clocking up to and more than 10,000 hours of in-game time, and that is, if you didn't know, a very long time to spend playing a video game. There are even a select few people still within the community today who have been playing since day one, back in the days where there were no hats, no different weapons, and barely even a fraction of the maps and features we have in the game nowadays, and they are still playing every single day. People get emotionally invested in this game, the characters, the stories, the lore, and the gameplay itself. Speaking of gameplay, that brings me on to my next point. People wouldn't clock thousands of hours into the game based on just liking the characters or because they've been playing the game for a while. The gameplay has to be good to back all of that up. And with TF2, it is. Aside for a few bits such as random critical hits and a few other things, the gameplay is absolutely incredible. There are so many maps for you to play, and there are 9 classes for you to play with thousands of weapon combinations to try out. Admittedly, some are more fun to use than others, but you can still try them out and see if you like them or not. To be fair to Valve, the vast majority of the game does actually seem fairly balanced, and nothing feels too OP or too underpowered really either that I found while playing myself. Obviously, some people who play the game more competitively and who are better at the game might disagree with that opinion, but as a casual player, I don't really feel like there's one weapon that stands out above everything else as one you should be using, because it's just plain better. Like, anything works really. I'm 3,500 hours deep, and I've only just started to feel like I'm semi-decent at the game, and I'm now actually trying out new classes that I don't normally play and new weapon combos that I don't normally use and feel comfortable with. And that infinitely increases the amount of time I can spend playing TF2 without feeling like I'm doing the same thing over and over again and getting bored. If I ever feel like the game is getting a bit stale, I just throw on a different loadout, go to a different map, or maybe even play a different class. Your horizon of gameplay is absolutely immense with TF2. So casual isn't the only thing you can do in TF2. There are so many other game modes and so many things outside of TF2 that you can do that still involve TF2 to get part of the community and stuff like that. It's absolutely insane. So obviously, like I've said, you've got your gameplay, but if you ever got bored of that, you could jump over to a rocket jump server and practice your rocket jumping. You could try your hand at trading and see if you can make any profit and actually cash that out for real world money, or jump game completely to source filmmaker and make posters of your TF2 classes and your friends in funny scenarios, or make some incredible artwork and try and build up a fan base around your amazing stuff. It's crazy how many people are absolutely insane at SFM, and just how many people want to get into SFM and want to make awesome posters of these TF2 characters because they are so invested in TF2 and absolutely love these characters and making stuff about these characters. But with SFM, you can easily sink thousands and thousands and thousands more hours in, and you're not even playing TF2, you're just doing stuff related to that, which is absolutely insane. Now, originally this whole segment was going to be about competitive, but a few things happened around the time I was writing the script, so I decided to change it to the other game modes and stuff like that. But competitive is actually a possibility if you do want to take your gameplay to the next level. There are a bunch of different websites you can actually use to get into some competitive lobbies that don't involve doing the in-game competitive matchmaking, because let's just be honest, it doesn't work, it's not that good, and they did a revamp of it and it didn't really fix anything. Like, yeah, you're playing against people who are actually your rank, but those people are also still hackers or still smurfs, so yeah, there's not much you can do. Whereas TF2 lobbies on other websites actually work, they actually get you into games, and there's actually people looking to play that are going to be taking it seriously. So if you want to go and try out competitive, maybe one day you can join a team, start your own team maybe with some friends, and basically just see how you do. Like, there's websites for that, there's so much stuff, like, it's insane. There's so much stuff you can do that if you are creative enough with TF2, you can easily surpass 10,000 hours in the game and still not actually tick off everything on the list of things you can do. Because there's just so many things, it's like, you don't know where to start, but you have plenty of time to work through it all. The final point I wanted to make is all about the community of players this game has. I haven't found a community like this one in any of the games I have ever played, ever. Like, there's no community this good. The community is, in my opinion, one of the best communities in gaming, the most welcoming, the most generous, and the most easy place to dive into and become a part of and take part in. I feel like if TF2 didn't have the community it has right now, I wouldn't be playing today. The gameplay is fun, but for me, if the game is full of toxic players that wasn't pleasant to be part of, I wouldn't see many players staying for as long as these players have been. So I think I mentioned this in my Why I Love TF2 Players video, and some people disagreed with the whole being generous or the being welcoming thing, but in my eyes, my experience of the TF2 community, that is all I have been met with. Obviously, if I've messed up, they've called me out on it, which is fine, and that's a good thing, but for the most part, the community has been nothing but welcoming, they've been nothing but kind, and they've been nothing but generous to me and everything I've been trying to do. Bringing this back to the Blaptico charity bash, which was held a few months ago at this point, the script is very old, but we ended up raising over $50,000, and we hit the goal of $15,000 before the stream had even started, so that already beat out last year's event before it even began. But for real, the TF2 community is the best community I've ever been a part of. It's given me everything I have today, let me hit goals I never knew I could, and so much more. I never thought I was going to hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, never thought I was going to hit 100. The fact I'm sitting here now with 47,000 subscribers, working my way towards 50k before the end of the year is mind-blowing to me. And the fact that I have been a part of raising this much money for charity by playing a video game is absolutely incredible. I used to watch YouTubers do charity live streams ages and ages and ages ago before I even started YouTube, and seeing them all raise so much money for it, saying it's incredible and stuff, and I never really thought I'd get that feeling of being able to raise that much. But being part of the TF2 community, being one of the most generous communities in the world, I have been a part of so many different charity events, so many different live streams for charities and stuff like that. It's an amazing thing to be a part of. I just want to say thank you to everybody in the TF2 community for being so awesome, basically. And hopefully we can continue to do amazing things as a community and stay as strong as we are right now. So I feel like there are a bunch of other reasons that people play TF2 and a bunch of other stuff you can get involved in, but I didn't want to make it sound like an advertisement type video for all of the different subgenres in the game. So I've missed some of those out, but like I said, I'm not going to talk about it. Realistically, there's so many reasons why people play TF2, and will continue to play TF2, hopefully for years to come, so I can make another video like this one and talking about what we've been doing for all of these years. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching the video. If I missed anything in this video, then please comment down below what should have been in it, like what should have been a bigger point or anything like that. Also, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave it a like. It really helps motivate me to make more content for you guys. And if you liked what you saw, make sure you consider subscribing to the channel for more content like this. And anyway, thank you so much for watching the video. This is the end now. I don't know what it's become, but anyway, yeah. Thank you so much for watching the video. Hope you did enjoy it, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.